my channel. Today I'm here to do a first impression and review on Fenty Beauty. So if you don't know, Fenty Beauty is a brand by Rihanna and I'm reviewing her foundation and her primer. So I'm really excited about this video. I know this brand just came out and I was lucky enough to pick up in store. I don't know if they're sold out or anything, but I know everyone's going crazy over this brand and I'm really excited because I love Rihanna, and as soon as this came out I was like, I have to get my hands on it. I did swatch it in store, so I'm not sure if the foundation is gonna fit me, but we're gonna give it a try. So if you're new to my channel, my name is Sheila. I usually upload videos Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays, so be sure to subscribe and see any videos that I upload upcoming. So let's just get onto it. So before we start, let's talk a little bit about the foundation. I absolutely love their packaging. This is a foundation, it's like black and white, and then the primer is just like this really soft pink on the front. I'm not sure if you're gonna be able to see that. And then on the back it has like the black and white almost coming to that beige color, beige pinkish. So the foundation is called Pro Filter Sub Matte Longwear Foundation, and I chose the shade 300, so you can see right here. I hope this fits me. It looked like it was like a little bit yellow undertone, which I'm like sort of a mixture of yellow, orange, and pink. So we're gonna see how this wears. Now the foundation looks like this. And I really like this kind of packaging, especially when they're like soft like this. It just says Fenty Beauty on the front, and on the back it just says shake well before you use. The top is like a white cap and it's plastic, and it has a pump, which I really like. Absolutely love when they bring a pump. And then on the bottom it just says Pro Filter and the 300 shade. So this foundation retails for $34. She came out with 40 shades with that, which I think is like amazing. They all go from like light shades to darker skin tones, and they all have different undertones, which is really good. I chose one that was neutral undertone because I thought that would fit me best, but we're gonna see and try it out. So I'm looking on the Sephora website to what it says. It says it's a medium coverage. This is for sensitive, normal, dry, or combination skin. Okay, so it's supposed to be long wear and matte finish. So we're gonna try those things out. So the first thing I'm using is gonna be her primer. This is a Fenty Beauty primer, and it doesn't really say anything on the bottle, but it's the same packaging as the foundation, but the colors are very soft, very pinkish, that like soft matte. I really like this packaging. I feel like it looks so original, and I like the fact that she made them like very similar to each other. I really like that. Okay, something I didn't mention is the foundation brings 1.08 ounces. So that's very normal. Usually foundations come with 1 ounce of product. So moving on to the primer, it retails for $32 and it also brings 1.08 ounces. A shine stopping pore diffusing primer that smooths the way for better foundation application and long wear with an instant retouch effect. Paired with the filter foundation, the oil-free primer smooths away the look of pores, visibly evens in skin tone and texture, and instantly absorbs shine without feeling dry or chalky. I really like that it doesn't have any oil, because oil definitely breaks my skin out. I just can't even like put anything oil on my face, so that's really good. So it also has a pump. It's literally the same packaging as the foundation. So I'm gonna just put a little bit. So I'm putting a little bit. It's also pink, and it's very thick. I can feel that it's very thick. It's like not running down or anything. And it has like a lotiony feeling, but almost looks a little bit, it almost looks a little bit shiny. So I'm not sure if it has like any shine to it, but we're gonna start by applying it. It smells amazing. Alright, that's applied. I'm gonna let it dry just for a little bit, and then I'm gonna be applying my foundation. So on the left side of my face, as always, I'm gonna do the beauty sponge, and on the right side I'm gonna be doing a foundation brush, and I'm using the same as always. It's from Sigma, and I'm gonna be using the Sigma Kabuki in F88 as I always use on all my first impressions. I'm gonna be doing the left side first with the sponge. So as you can see, it's very runny, really runny. And the color seems to match me well from what I can see from here. So I'm just going to take this sponge and start applying. So it says it's like a medium coverage, so I am expecting to have to do 2 layers. It definitely gives you like an instant matte finish. It looks very velvety. I don't even think I need to set this, honestly. This is probably the foundation that I've put on my face that goes matte the quickest, like honestly. Alright, so that definitely did not give me a full coverage. I was not expecting it. It's definitely a medium coverage though, because I can only see a little bit of my blemishes here. I'm not seeing any texture on my skin. Usually I can see a little bit here. So I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the right side. So again, I'm doing one pump and taking the kabuki brush. As always, I am more inclined to like the beauty sponge better just because I prefer it, especially when it's a damp beauty sponge. The brush side definitely has a little bit less coverage, but the finish is about the same. So I'm going to go ahead and do another coat because I definitely want to see if I can build this up and how it would look like. So I'm going back in with one more pump and going with the beauty sponge. The color is the same as if I were using MAC Studio Fix and NC30, just if you want to take a reference. But it is kind of oxidizing, not too dark, but it's definitely looking a little bit oxidized. I don't know if you can see the difference of my neck. The MAC NC30 is usually a little bit, just a tiny bit orange on me. People don't really notice it on me. That's why I keep using it, because the NC25 is too light. And then the NC30 is a little bit orange, so I kind of had to like just go with it. Alright, going with the brush again. So I don't know if it's a combination of the foundation and the primer, or just the primer, because I am absolutely loving this. I think it looks fantastic. Not like getting ahead of myself because I do want to see how things wear on top of it, but I don't think I would be setting it, and that's a lot to say because I never ever wear a foundation without setting it. But I really don't think, like, it's not even looking dewy or nothing. Alright, so there it is. It did give me a full coverage when I put 2 pumps. I'm still liking the beauty sponge better. I think it looks a lot more like velvety, a lot more defined, a lot more even. The brush side I do like this, like I do like as well. Obviously it didn't cover any under my under eyes, but that's no problem because I do always have to put concealer for that and sometimes correct it because it's very dark. So I have one more thing to try from her brand, and I'm just gonna put some bronzer, and this is the Clay Plate palette from Tarte. As always, I'm going to be using this shade and this shade on the middle, and I'm just going to bronze my skin with it. That is applying so evenly and so beautiful. I do have one more thing to try from her, and that's why I apply bronzer, and it's this highlight. This is one of her kilowatts. I absolutely love the packaging. This retails for $32, I believe. I think so. Yeah, $32. And this is in the shade Trophy Wife. So it looks like this. Is very close to the actual color. Let me just show you. It does bring a mirror, which I absolutely adore. I've been swatching this non-stop because I can't wait to try it. It just has the Fenty Beauty logo right here. And then it's very, very creamy. Let me just do a swatch. And it's very, very gold and pigmented. So we're gonna give this baby a try. I'm gonna be using this Tapper Highlighter F35 brush. And I'm just gonna take a little bit. I just touched it once and this is how much pigment came out. So I'm just doing tapered motions, like up and down. And you can see how pigmented that is. So I'm doing the same on the other side. So as you can see, it's a very intense highlight right now. I didn't put too much. This side definitely looks like it has more product than this one. But I'm just gonna go back in and just tap a little bit more. But this is definitely not one of those highlights that's gonna look natural on you, even though it's gold. but I really, for some reason, I'm really drawn to it. So I'm gonna keep applying, especially on this side. This brings 0.28 ounces. So for the price, it's fairly small. Comparing it to the Jeffree Star, the Crystal Ball, this one retails for $29 and it brings 0.53 ounces. So this does bring a lot more product. The mirror is bigger. So as you can see, let me put it like right next to each other. So I mean, it was expected that Rihanna's brand was gonna be a little bit more expensive because obviously it's high-end makeup. But by saying that, I do feel like her foundation is at a really good price point for what it is. I mean, I am absolutely loving how this foundation is looking. I absolutely love the coverage, and it did oxidize. I heard a lot of people complaining about it oxidized, especially before filming this. Even though it oxidized, it still matches my skin pretty well. So now let me finish off my makeup, some lashes on, and then I'll be back to give you guys my final thoughts. Alright guys, so makeup is done. I was feeling like a bold lip today. I really love how everything applied on top of this foundation. I absolutely adored the primer. I do feel like it did what it said. It definitely felt really smooth, very velvety. I definitely like the consistency of it. This is going to be one of my favorites, not only with this foundation, but with other foundations. I can't wait to try it out. As far as the packaging, it's one of my favorite packages, honestly, especially this pink. I absolutely adore it. I know Kim Kardashian came out with something similar, but I do like and feel that this one feels a lot more expensive. I know KKW's packaging was like plasticky. This one has the plastic on the top. It still feels sturdy. It doesn't feel like something like she cheaped out on it. And then the packaging is actually glass. So I do like that. This one also looks very expensive with the white cap and very elegant. I do stay away from white caps because, as I mentioned before, this tends to get really dirty and it does bother me. But I do love the packaging on this product. As far as price tag, I do feel like the primer is a little bit expensive, but I know primers do tend to gravitate over the $30, $40 kind of price tag. So I guess it's not that bad if you do look at it on that point of view. As far as shades, I do love that this shade matched me perfectly, even though it oxidized a little bit. And I do love that it did exactly what it said it would. It's matte finish, it's velvety, it looks amazing. And it was medium coverage on just one coat and full coverage on two. So I do like that you are able to build it up and nothing is looking bad. It's not leaning. I can't see it in any of my fine lines. I can't see any texture anywhere. My blemishes are completely gone. Everything applied on top, really, really good, and I really love that. So definitely, I will definitely be picking more things out from this brand. I do feel like I was expecting even more of a price tag from her because I do love Rihanna, and as soon as I saw this, I like purchased it so quickly. Now let's talk about the highlight. I definitely want to get more of these highlights. I do love this shape. And I love the fact that it brings a mirror. I feel like that's one of my favorite things. I know I went with like the boldest color she had, but I just like felt so drawn to this color that I just had to get my hands on it. And I'm really happy because it looks amazing. So yeah guys, that's my thoughts on this foundation. It's definitely a thumbs up foundation, a thumbs up brand, and I really recommend it, and I would definitely be picking more things up from her. So yeah, it looks beautiful, it looks perfect, and I really like it. So thank you so much for watching. As always, I upload videos Monday, Tuesdays, and Thursdays, so don't forget to subscribe below. And yeah, I'll see you in my next video. Bye!